Amanda.
Laura.
Hey, happy Olympics.
Happy Olympics.
I am so into this. I cannot even tell you. This is better than Halloween. This is better than like that Christmas bullshit. Easter, pashoo. Like you, like I can't even, like with you. This is a real holiday.
Well, don't knock on Christmas because Christmas is amazing. Also, Valentine's Day is amazing. But I do love the Olympics. And I get like, me and my sister were talking about this last night. Like, we're total Olympic. Like, we're their target audience.
Yeah.
Because like, we get so invested in like, you know, they do like athlete profiles and they like tell you all about their life. And like their mom comes on and like says how proud they are. And then you're like, everyone's crying.
Yeah.
That's me and my sister.
Oh.
Yeah, we love that shit. So the other day I was watching like ski jumping or whatever, which is literally you just like go down a giant ramp and like jump and make this weird like aerodynamic bullet with your body and see how far you can go.
Yeah.
And this German kid won who was adorable and he like started crying and I was like bawling. I could not handle it.
It is like in that moment, all of the years of work and sacrifice and everything kind of just hits them all at once. And it's just the most beautiful thing.
And I am like so happy for them. Yeah. And all I can think is like, they work so hard and like their parents must be so proud of them. And like, I just like what this must mean to them. And I like lose, I can't do it.
I know there's just something about it. And it's like, I'm starting to get that feeling that I get when I watch hockey during the playoffs where I'm like too invested, where I'm like, I can't watch it and just fully enjoy it. I'm like watching it and I am worried sick for all of these poor little babies because they can't all get a medal. It's just so sad.
I love it so much.
Oh God. But, so did you watch opening ceremonies?
Yes.
Okay. So, I know we've already talked on the pod, like now 2 different times about the outfits and stuff, but give us your feedback on, the outfits. Who were the good ones? Who were the bad ones? Or just any thoughts on opening ceremonies in general?
I actually really like the United States outfits. They were wearing these like, it's always Ralph Lauren that designs, because he's like our most famous designer that's like considered like all American athletic wear or whatever. But they had on these sweaters that were super cute. And I went to the Ralph Lauren website to see if I could buy one. P.S. Everything is sold out. But the sweaters were like $600.
$600.
I was like, what the F, Ralph Lauren? Like, because usually his sweaters are like $100, and that's fine. I mean, it's still expensive, but whatever. It is what it is. But $600, and then the mittens, like just wool mittens, like plain wool mittens, just say USA, whatever, were like $250.
Unbelievable. Honestly, like the gall of charging $600 for a sweater and then making a kid wear it who has to work at like, I don't know, like Home Depot 50 hours a week and train just to be able to like get by, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's just, ugh.
The jacket that Team USA had on, it was like this big puffer jacket. It was really cute, actually. But it has like a panel in it that heats you. Like it has a warming panel.
Yes.
It's like self-heated. That thing is $6,000.
Right. You know what else heats you that Olympians like? Heat in their apartments.
Just give them a pile of burning money. Well, at first, like that's the thing. At first I was like, what the fuck, Ralph Lauren? I was so mad. Because I was like, I really want the sweater. There's no way in hell I'm paying $600 for this sweater. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? Most of these Olympians, the USA does not pay their Olympians, and most of them are broke because all they do is train, and that's like their life, and they don't get paid for it. And they're probably not going to medal, so they're not going to get endorsement deals, most of them. So they have, like, I mean, the experience is amazing, don't get me wrong. That's why I cry so much. But, like, they're going to come home to, like, their studio apartments and still be broke. So at least, I mean, give them the $6,000 jacket, whatever, let them sell it on eBay when they're done.
Right. You know what? At least all the clothing companies and you said it was sold out, right? All the stuff was sold out?
Not all of it, most of it, yeah.
Okay, well then, for everything they sell, a part of that goes to the USOC, which then goes to the athletes as well. So there's that. I mean, at least some of it's getting back to them.
Yeah, that's good. Because holy cow, I was like, $6,000? I was so mad. But then I was like, well, you know, whatever.
I don't know. I kind of feel like that takes the whole spirit of the Olympic Games kind of away. It's something that's supposed to bring the whole country together, not just people who can afford $100 mittens.
But that's like, especially now in our history, like that's what America stands for. Like we're so fucking capitalist. We don't give a shit about people who don't make money. It's all about money and materialism and what you're making and what you're contributing. That's it. We don't care.
That's so anti-Olympics.
It's the worst ever.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Norway.
Well, they won a shitload of medals too, so you might as well move there.
I know, and they all look so happy.
Yeah, they should. So they have you're right. That's true. That is true.
I feel weird. My sister went to Portland in the fall, and she was like, "Oh my God, it's like my perfect city. It's like everything, whatever." And then she was like, "But it's so white." She was like, "I would feel so weird there."
It is, like, I lived in Vancouver right next to it for a really long time, and that was coming from Toronto, which is such an ethnic city. One thing that is hard to get used to is that there's no black people. There is a lot of Asians, and there's a lot of, like, Indian, like indie from India, and a lot of native Canadians, but there's no black people. There's no, like, Caribbean or African Americans or things like that. It's it's very strange. But nowadays, who can afford to live there? So that,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So that was my thoughts about the opening ceremony. I like the little white tiger and all the animals and I feel like now with the Olympics, right? Ever since they got that technology where they like project things and it looks really cool, that's like all anything ever is anymore. Like the last 3 Olympic opening ceremonies have all been the same. They're all projections. I mean, it's still cool. It's still beautiful, but it's like, come on, guys.
I did not watch it because to me, like I was telling Brenton, it's like a combination of all the things that I hate the most. It's a parade, which I can't stand. It's, well, you know what? They lost me at parade. I don't even need to go further than that. But like I didn't watch it. He said it was actually really cool the way that they integrated. They made it a lot about like the people participating and not so much like a history lesson of the nation.
Yeah.
That it's about.
There was a lot of history though, which I actually really appreciate that because I'm a dork and I like that kind of information gathering. But also, I don't really know much about Korea. Like growing up, where I lived was like all Jewish and Korean. So like all my friends were either Jewish or Korean. But I don't really know anything about Korea. So it was pretty cool.
Wait a second. West Virginia is all Jews and Koreans?
No. Ellicott City, Maryland is all Jews and Koreans.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. That makes more sense now.
Yes.
Like the Jews and Korean is not what I think of when I think of West Virginia. I gotta say.
West Virginia, definitely not. I mean, Morgantown's a little bit more diverse, but it's still like 90% white, probably.
So of the actual, so what events have you watched so far?
Oh my God. So many. I just like watched clips of everything so far. I watched the ski jumping for a really long time where that German kid won who was so cute. Mm-hmm. I watched Red win the slope style.
Yes.
I watched some male figure skating.
Wait. We have to stop on the snowboarding there for a minute.
Okay.
Were you aware of all the boy drama surrounding the snowboarding competition?
I was not. I'm not aware of any drama. I only hear happy stories from the Olympics. It has to counterbalance all my negative Trump feelings.
Can I fill you in on all the boy drama?
Yes.
I feel like when telling this story, I should have like a Valley Girl accent.
Okay, do it.
That's the only way to do it. I mean, like I can't do that, but Anna could, and I almost feel like I should.
White said
exactly like that. So, Mark McMorris.
Sure.
Is like a really good snowboarding guy, and there's another guy in Canada called Max Parrott or Perot, or I don't even know how they pronounce this guy's name. But so they're both Canadian, but one of them is like the Alexander Ovechkin, and the other one is like the Sidney Crosby. So Mark McMorris is like he's like way into the sport. He does it in the wilderness, and they videotape it with all their friends. He's friends with everybody on it. Like he's really well known. And then the other guy practices like on a trampoline, which is apparently a part of the sport. When you do that and you don't go into the wild or whatever to do your jumps and stuff and like near death every single time that you're out there, then you're not as cool. So they don't like each other at all because it's that like unique kind of thing versus like the trampoline guy. And the trampoline guy doesn't like him either. And so that's what it comes down to. But when they talk about each other, it's like the funniest, bitchiest conversation at all. It really does sound like 13-year-old girls talking to each other. But when I told Brenton about this, I feel like he was on the wrong side because I feel like you have to be a Mark McMorris. You don't want to be a fan of a guy practicing on a trampoline, do you?
I don't know. I kind of feel bad for the trampoline kid. Just
No. You know what the funny thing is that the trampoline guy beat him. He came in, he got the silver medal, and Mark McMorris got the bronze medal. But all of the press, even like the tweets from Justin Trudeau, are all for Mark McMorris. Because 11 months ago...
Trampoline guy more.
Okay, no, but wait. I didn't tell the story right because the reason why he's getting so much attention and stuff, amongst other things that he's absolutely adorable, is that 11 months ago while he was practicing out in the wilderness and taping it with all his friends, he like went too much to the left and banged into a tree and literally broke every bone in his body. So 11 months ago, he was literally hooked up to ventilators and stuff. And then he had to spend the next 11 months learning how to walk again and doing all that stuff. And then he just won a bronze medal in the Olympics.
Well, calm down, Mark McMorris, or whatever your name is.
I know. But he's all like, what are the odds that that's going to happen again?
That's the spirit. I mean, pretty good if you keep snowboarding your trees, you idiot.
I'm like, Mark, there are a lot of trees out there. It is Canada.
It's not like being hit by lightning, you moron. Oh my God, snowboarders are stupid.
I know. Boys in general are very, very stupid human beings. But I like it when they say things out loud and you're like, oh, you're not helping. You are so not helping.
It's not like a shark attack. A tree attack is not like a shark attack.
The tree didn't run into you. You ran into the tree.
I think that's the title of our episode. A tree attack is not like a shark attack.
Exactly. I like that. Let's use it.
Oh my God.
So
what an idiot.
No, but he's such an adorable idiot that how can you... And I was like... And in that moment, I was like, oh, I totally understand what Alexander Ovechkin fans
it has been my life experience that typically idiots are very cute. Because I think natural selection, like that's the only way they stay alive.
Yes, totally. Like because annoying babies.
That used to be my type, was cute idiots who are really good at sports. Yeah, it was not a good look for me. But I dated a lot of them.
Yes, we got that from the guy who picked his nose incident.
Oh, yeah. And there was one that I was talking about fractals and like fractal geometry and like fractals occurring in nature and whatever. And he was like, I love pterodactyls.
Oh, no, he did not.
And I like peed my pants laughing. Pterodactyls. And then, he would ask me, like, he was the one that he couldn't spell the word idea.
Oh, no.
He spelled it wrong every single time. And he, like, regularly would ask me what words meant during conversations.
Oh, no.
He was real dumb.
So did you just kind of always look at him and be like, oh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty.
Yeah.
You're even prettier when you don't speak. Just don't speak.
Just close it a little.
Yeah. I like to feel like that's what the Gwen Stefani song is about, really. It's like, oh, it's not like don't speak. It's like, no, please, just don't speak. Yeah. Don't say anything.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So there was that boy drama. I swear to God, is hilarious. But so I lost the bet with Brenton because we made a wager that had to do with Tim Hortons coffee. And anyways, I lost. So now I demanded a rematch.
As you do when you lose.
Yes. But you know what the funny part is that I knew that guy wasn't going to win. Even though he's the favorite, I had a feeling he was going to win the bronze. I do. And in the second one, I'm still pretty convinced he's not going to win the gold. I will be very pleasantly surprised if he does win. But I don't think he will. I'm literally betting on the anti-Crosby. And who does that?
I'm betting on the tree.
You're betting on the tree. Well, that tree is famous now, for real.
I mean, what an idiot. Yeah, I can't get behind a guy who thinks trees are like you can't hit a tree twice, and is also a bully because someone likes jumping on a trampoline.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah. But then the other guy, I mean, like, I don't know. It's almost like he is almost exactly like Sid because he's trying to be bitchy back, but he doesn't know how, right? So he's like, he used to use a trampoline. He probably just doesn't do it now because it's not cool, you know? And then he's like, he probably still uses it in secret. That's literally a thing he said. That is literally a thing that he said. And I'm like, oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're trying, I mean, no.
Oh, snowboarders.
Oh, snowboarder. Robot snowboarder. I know you're trying to be all hip and cool and whatever. I think if he said gnarly, his brain would literally explode.
Yeah. Or ask him how to spell gnarly. There's like there's a rogue G in there. I feel like it would blow his mind.
Oh, poor. He's like snowboarder / accountant.
Wow, that would be really scary.
I know.
I wouldn't want him to do my taxes.
Well, but no, he's one of the ones where you're like, dude, you were born to be an accountant. Why are you snowboarding? This makes no logical sense whatsoever. Yeah, it is very weird, but it's endearing. I love all of them. Are you watching curling?
I did actually watch some curling last night, I think. And I was talking to the unicorn, and I was like, I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand the rules.
I don't. It's one of those sports, unlike football, that I don't 100% understand them, but I can figure out what it is that's happening and when somebody's going to win. And I don't understand the points at all, or even how many rounds there are. Yeah. But I get why one person won and why the other person didn't.
Yes, me too. But I don't understand like how the points work at all.
No, me neither. But I kind of I got so invested in it while I was watching it because it's pairs, so like it's mixed sex one guy, one girl.
Mixed doubles is new this year.
Yeah, it's the best, right? Because they're not like a team like they've known each other a really long time. So one of them struggles, and you literally watch them have a meltdown. And then you watch the other one, like, try to encourage them out of it. But, like, they have to... It's not like you can whisper support to one another. You're literally screaming from one end of the ice to the other. It's, like, the best thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
It's like watching counseling sessions.
It is.
Screamed on the ice.
They should have mother-daughter or, like, family teams.
Yeah.
Right? And then they have to compete as a family. Or that's like a new Dr. Phil show or reality TV show. Like you take a family that's in trouble and then you make them curl together.
My nephew's school has family Olympics every year.
Do they really? I think that's awesome.
It's so awesome. We get super into it.
That is so funny. I told you I dressed up Gabby and Nico, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They're so cute.
Bless it.
But only now I realized I could have used the rumba as the what's it called? The like puck thing that they're moving across the ice, and I didn't.
Oh yeah, stone. I don't know what that is. Yeah, a rock. What's a rock?
Yeah, the rock. I could have used it as the rock, and I didn't.
I don't know what it's called. It just is a big shiny rock.
But it looks exactly like a Roomba, and I'm like, what? Why? Would have been so perfect. My Swiffer and the Roomba. God, missed opportunity.
Oh, apparently they're called rocks.
Yes.
That's weird. But they are. They're just big granite stones.
And they were interviewing them, and apparently they're upset because people compare it to darts. I wouldn't compare curling to darts, would you?
No, I would compare it to shuffleboard.
Yeah, a little bit. But they're like comparing it to darts in that you don't have to be athletic to be able to do it. And it's like, I don't know, you'd have to be pretty athletic just to like, you know, they do all that sliding and those really low. Like as they're sliding across the
There's
ice.
There's a lot of low lunges happening.
Yeah, you got to be able to stand back up again once you get down. That's not always easy.
The little brushy guy looks like he's doing a lot.
Yeah. I told Anna that the whole sport is a conspiracy to get men to clean.
I'm really bad at sweeping. Side note.
Yeah, that's why they invented a Roomba. So we wouldn't have to anymore. The best
I have to use the broom at the barn a lot, and I'm just really bad at it.
Oh, man. Well, now you're an automatically good curler. So there's that. Any other sports you've been What about the figure skating? Did you watch the figure skating?
I watched some of men's figure skating yesterday. It's just the single men's or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had it on mute, so I'm not totally sure what happened. But I know there was a guy whose last name was Chen. I don't remember where he was from. But I think he might have been from Canada, actually. He was, like, struggling. And he went on right after.
Yeah.
There was, like, an American guy who did a really, really, really good job. And then he went on immediately after. And every jump he did, he was, like, wobbling or falling or almost falling. It was rough. And he was so mad at himself, and I felt so bad for him.
I know it's sad, but all I keep thinking, it just makes me angry because I'm like, I am missing listening to Johnny Weir critique this. Every fall, magic happens, and I don't hear it.
Yeah, that's true. I forget why I had it on mute.
How do you mute him? I don't get it. I love it.
I didn't even hear him. I turned it and had it on mute.
Apparently, they're getting Johnny Weir and Tara Lipinski are getting blowback because they're being too mean.
I was hoping you were going to say a TV show.
No, I wish. I wish they were getting a TV show. Oh my God, that would be the best.
That's like the best part about them, though, is that when they get together, they're like a snark fest.
Right, but who wants to listen to, like, I don't know, Paula Abdul be the good judge on, like, on American Idol? Nobody wants to hear that. You want to hear somebody be honest. When they do well, you want to hear them do well. And when they suck, we're not blind, right? Yeah. I mean, okay, explain to me. Do you know what the term gaslighting means?
Yes.
Okay, explain it to me because I'm not sure I'm about to use it correctly.
It's when someone convinces you you're crazy.
All right,
when you're actually seeing the truth.
Okay. That is the best phrase ever. And I feel like these commentators, that's what they're doing to us. It's like we just saw that guy fall 13 times. And we know what a wobble is, even though we're not technical specialists, right? So why are you gaslighting me by trying to make me pretend Patrick Chan's not that bad? He's that bad.
Yeah, he did not do great. I feel very bad for him, but he did not do great.
Did you watch any of the women's?
No.
So they had the team competition. And so they have like different skaters do different parts of it. And last night they had the women do their long program. And so we had someone who's not like our main Canadian girl, but like the other Canadian girl do it. And I spent the whole time staring at her ass. I spent the whole time staring at her ass because she had this weird costume with a flap thing on it. But it was like blue, but I think she had like white lining. And so all you could see was like the crack in her butt. It literally looked like she was wearing see-through panties.
What?
During the whole time. But then I kept staring because I'm like, I'm not really seeing what I'm seeing, am I? I mean, they weren't see-through panties, but they looked like they were see-through panties. And It was driving me crazy.
Yeah, that would drive me nuts too.
And then the American girl had this thing on her leg, on the inside of her leg. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see any of the girls.
And I spent the whole time watching her thinking, does she have a mammoth tattoo on her inner thigh? Is the inner thigh the new, like, apparently it was tape with writing. It was like medical tape with writing on it or whatever. But I'm like, this is weird. Is this the new tramp stamp? I don't know.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was kind of awesome, I have to say. It added something to the Olympics that was not there before.
Sorry, I just got a weird phone call.
Oh, is it Unicorn?
No, it was Tucson, Arizona, which I guess it could be my friend, but I don't know. My best friend from high school lives there now, so. But it wasn't her number. I don't know.
It could be.
I've gotten lots of weird phone calls today.
It could be your friend, or it could be a Nigerian prince.
It could be.
Who's vacationing in Tucson, Arizona.
It could be.
I'm sad that you're going to have to find out later, but keep us posted. Because
I don't need the Nigerian prince money, though, because I'm actually getting a tax return this year, which I never get, so I'm super excited.
You've done your taxes already?
I did them yesterday, so don't get too excited.
Damn you all. To me, it's kind of like the deadline. I feel like it's a suggestion. It's like the deadline date is like the yellow light. On a traffic signal. And then I wait for that to pass. And when I start getting angry phone calls, that's when I submit them.
Just a suggestion.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So to talk about something else that happened recently, have you been following the whole Sex and the City drama?
Not really. I mean, I know they don't exactly get along. Like, I know Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall have drama, but I don't know like what the most recent drama is.
Well, let's go back a little bit. Were you a fan of Sex and the City?
Yes, I have all the seasons on DVD.
I liked them too. I really did. I thought it was a really well written show, and like the characters were good and the episodes were funny. It's funny, isn't it funny watching them now?
I see. That's what I was about to say. I actually haven't seen them in like probably at least 5 years. So I have no idea how they are now. I would have to go back and watch them and see how they hold up.
For me, they don't hold up great.
Yeah.
They were a show that was so of that moment. The second you get out of that moment, it just seems like a little silly.
Yeah, I can see that.
In those points. But it was a good show for sure. The movies, on the other hand, any thoughts on the movies?
They were a little cheesy, but fine.
Yeah. So
I mean, I personally love cheesy movies. Like, I love a bad movie, so I was fine with it.
I don't mind cheesy, but like I just thought those were. I mean, when you have something that you're like, I just think the TV show had a standard, right? That the movies didn't have in no way, and they keep getting worse. Like to me, the first one was bad. The second was even worse.
Yes, I agree.
And it's like, why are you beating a dead horse when it was such a good show? It ended fine. Just leave it like the way that it is.
Again, America is obsessed with money. And anytime we can think we can squeeze the stone a little bit more, we're going to do it.
But, okay, do you feel like you're like, you know what I need? I really need another Sex and the City movie. I feel like everyone on Earth has moved on except for Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah. Well, what else is she doing, really?
Well, she actually has a show on HBO, and it's, as far as I'm concerned, awful.
Does she?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Fair enough.
But she's an executive producer on the movies, and the movies make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she was upset.
I mean, you don't need any more money, Sarah Jessica Parker. You're doing fine.
I know. Well, New York's expensive.
Yeah, but she's also married to Matthew Broderick. They're fine.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, isn't it funny how, like, I remember seeing a Tumblr post the other day that basically said, I don't want a lot. I just want a little apartment and to be able to pay rent and to be able to have heat and all that stuff. And the first thing that went to my mind was like, yeah, that's all you want until you have that. And then you want more because that's just human nature. That's just human nature. Because then you want like, I don't know, heat and like a really nice down pillow and like Kleenex with lotion in it.
And new books and TV.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gelato.
So much gelato. So much gelato. So yeah, I mean, I do admire people who can kind of live off the grid and stuff. I'm just not one of those people. I need Wi-Fi.
And neither are the Sex and the City girls, let's be.
Yeah. So thank you for getting us back on that part of it. But so those girls did not get along. At least it seemed like none of them got along with Kim Cattrall, that she was kind of like the outsider that wasn't really friends with them. But she's like 10 years older than all of them too, right?
Yeah.
And maybe it has to do with that kind of like in a different part of their lives and all that stuff. So every time they go to make a movie, there's been drama in that she doesn't want to do it or she feels like she deserves more money. Her argument behind all the drama was that every time they came to them with the movie, there was such a discrepancy between what the other girls would get paid and what Sarah Jessica Parker would get paid that she was basically like, no, if you're going to get me to get back into this movie, you're going to pay me or I'm not doing it, basically. Yeah. And so then they would like tear her apart in the press that she's holding up the movie because of her diva demands. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that sucks. I think it's stupid for you to call something a diva demand when they're asking for the same thing you're getting.
Or even not even the same amount you're getting, just more. You know, like something that even resembles fair.
Yeah, I think especially like with all this like fair pay in Hollywood stuff that's going on right now, it's a little hypocritical, but whatever.
I completely agree. And it's kind of like she is like the main character of that show, but it's an ensemble, and it's the ensemble that made it. I wouldn't watch a movie that was just about Carrie. I wouldn't, because I don't care about her that much.
I mean, I would have probably back in 2005, but I don't care
now. Yeah. So I mean, I was trying to think of whether I'd watch a movie that was just about Samantha. Probably not.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah. Although I did like her on that.
2005. I did. I mean, I liked her. I liked them all as part of like the whole, because they kind of balanced each other out. Like,
right.
One of them is a little too much of everything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Of what they are.
You're exactly right.
That was the genius of it.
Yeah, that there's a little bit of people that you know in every single one of those characters, and that's what makes it fun to watch. So,
totally.
So then this whole drama happened again with the third movie. Apparently they had a script. They make it sound as though they're about to go into production, and that she calls a halt on it. I mean, like, as if, like, that doesn't even remotely sound realistic to me.
Right, because you would have to have a contract before you could start everything rolling anyway.
Right, and how about if you didn't and you started rolling on production, I guess you should have gotten the people to sign off on it before you started all that production.
Yeah, I mean, or just go ahead without her.
Right.
I mean, she had cancer at one point. Say she got cancer again and she's dead.
Have her all get together for her funeral.
And then you don't have to worry about her ever again.
But it's like, do you really have to talk shit about her in the press? I just felt like it was in such bad taste. And then, so after all this drama goes by, and basically they're fighting, and both of them said words in the media about each other. Then last week, Kim Cattrall's brother passes away. And it was made public because he was missing first, and she put a post out onto social media asking if anybody had seen him to contact the family because he was missing.
He was missing?
He went missing, right.
Good Lord. What happened?
I don't 100% know, other than they found him outside, and I don't know if he died of exposure or whatever. It is Canada. Or if there was more to it than that, like a substance abuse issues or something like that. Anyways, so yeah. So then she released a statement the next day when they found him, letting people know that he had passed, and then like that same day, you have Sarah Jessica Parker writing a post expressing her sincere condolences, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. And when that happened, what's your thought process on this? Because I have to say I'm fully on Kim Cattrall's side on this one, because if a member of my family died, the last thing I want is someone who just bitched me out in the media to give me thoughts and prayers. Like,
yeah, it's a bitch move, honestly. I mean, that's a fucking terrible. That's just like a horrible story. Yeah. So I get why Sarah Jessica Parker would want to say that, but don't say it on Twitter. Send her a fucking gift basket.
Right.
Like a normal human being. Send her some flowers.
And then, like, it's funny because Kim Cattrall, she said that before. She's like, when these movies and when all these negotiations are going down, not one of those girls reached out to me and said anything, right? So when they reach out, they do it all through the media. So it's kind of, and so then Kim Cattrall, after she released a statement online, basically saying, I thank my Sex and this, because most people gave her condolences and all that stuff, and they're like, she's like, I thank the fans and my Sex and the City co-workers for their thoughts and whatever, and please respect our privacy in this time. And then, like a day or two later, she sends another post out that's basically, my mom just said to me, when is this Sarah Jessica Parker gonna leave you alone and stop and stop making this about her? And she's like, if I haven't made this clear already, we are not friends. I don't need your thoughts and prayers or your condolences. Stop trying to use my personal tragedy to repair your good girl image.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that it does seem extremely disingenuous, and it does seem like, she came out in the media and said all this stuff against Sarah Jessica Parker. Now she's like, oh, I'm going to look like the better person by putting this aside and being, don't say anything in public. Just send her some flowers and be like, everything aside, like, that's horrible, and I'm so sorry if you need anything. Just be a normal fucking human being.
Or realize, like, I just think it's not all about you. This is her personal tragedy. I feel like it's more respectful in that case to say nothing at all because it's not about you. Like,
I disagree. I mean, I would say something. If someone hated me and something bad happened to them, I would still feel terrible for them.
I would feel like, oh, if something's bad happening to you, the last person on earth you want to hear from is me. That's how I would feel.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, if something happened to you, would you want to hear from your worst enemy at that point?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm weird because if something like this happened, I don't know that I would react that way.
Yeah, I don't know. But if I was having a horrible situation and like my worst enemy did like privately say, if they went on Twitter and said something, I would be like, oh my God, you dumb bitch. Like I would be so mad about it. But if they did privately, like no expectations, they're not getting anything out of it, said like, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Like everything aside, I never actually want anything bad to happen to you. Like, I think I would, say thank you. And that was a nice thing to do. It doesn't mean we're going to be best friends or anything, but I think I would still appreciate it.
I wouldn't. Personally, I'd be like, I didn't want to hear from you before. I definitely don't want to hear from you now.
Yeah.
This is not about you. Leave me the fuck alone. I'd be like a total Kim Catrall in this situation. I'm like the type of person where I told my family, I'm like, there will be a guest list for my funeral. I will write it in advance. There will be bouncers. And if anyone on this list that I have not approved tries to get in, you can kick their asses out. That will be me, micromanaging from the grave.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just feel like some things are bigger than people and feuds and feelings and you know what I mean? Like some things totally transcend that and like family tragedy like that is totally one of them. So you just have to put aside your bullshit and, whatever.
But I think like everyone can agree that Twitter is not the place.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, again, if someone I hated said something on Twitter, I would be like, you do not give a crap.
Right.
Because that totally does not ring sincere at all. But if they privately like sent me a letter or sent me flowers and were like, no one knows. If no one knows you're doing something, right, then it's more likely to be altruistic. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you're not getting any praise out of it.
Exactly. But when you do something like that in public, it is because you are worried that people are going to think badly of you if you don't say it in public. So I'm kind of on team Kim Catrall in this situation.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, I thought
even though as people, I think I like Sarah Jessica Parker better. So
I like her better as a character on television. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know that whole thing. If you, I don't know. I don't like her new TV show. Maybe that's what's turning me off. I found it so irritating. I
don't even know if she had a new TV show, so she needs to work on that.
You need to watch one episode. The first, maybe how you can't fully judge a show by the first episode because it's that pilot one. And have you ever watched a pilot of a show, the first episode ever, and thought that it was like an amazing show?
Yes, and then you're like, you watch more, and then you're like, ugh. No.
You did? Like, because for me, it's the opposite. Sometimes I will very rarely watch a first episode and love it.
Oh, I totally do. But I have very bad taste in entertainment, and I like terrible things. So I don't think that's unusual for me. I'm very lowbrow.
Is there anything, so if we're going to do like a favorite things, is there anything currently that is on your radar as something that you are loving to watch, eat, I don't know, on TV? What are you into right now?
I just actually started reading J.K. Rowling's new series. It's like a detective series.
Oh, okay.
And the first one's The Cuckoo's Calling. And then there's two more after that. And I'm currently reading Cuckoo's Calling. It's pretty good so far. I'm almost done.
Really?
So I'll have to let you know how it goes. But yeah, I like it. My sister read it and she actually recommended it.
I love mysteries. So I love books like that. Okay, cool. I didn't know. I know that they made like a TV show based on it in England.
It's called Strike.
Is it good?
I don't know. It's only on the BBC in the UK.
Oh, and you don't know how to illegally download things from the internet. Neither do I, because that's illegal.
I never do that. Yeah.
Right. I don't know how to do that either. I don't know why I brought that up. But
you always bring that up.
I do. I'm so going to jail. I'm so gonna end up in jail. I hope my niece and nephew become very, very wealthy because I'm going to need a lot of bail money. Lots of bail money.
Our one listener is like a Canadian. What's the Canadian FBI? What do you have?
I don't know. We're Canadian. We don't need one.
Well, apparently you do because you're breaking the law over there, lady.
There's just some guy who comes to your house and basically says, I'm not going to take you to jail, but I'm going to say, I'm really disappointed in you.
Don't do that, eh?
Yeah.
Exactly. Don't do that anymore, eh? It's not the right thing to do. Sidney Crosby would be very disappointed.
He would never do that, eh?
What would Sid do, eh? All right, we're going off the rails.
Oh my god, that's the best.
End this thing. Land the plane.
All right, we did a favorite thing. Wait, did I do a favorite thing? I think I had a favorite thing, and I forgot what my favorite thing was.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't help you.
I don't know. I don't have a favorite thing. The only thing I'm obsessed with now is every lipstick ever invented.
Have you tried any of Rihanna's?
Yes.
Lipstick?
Yeah, I have the Mademoiselle, I think it's called, shade. Nice. And it's very nice. Like, I actually have a foundation stick, too. Do you use foundation sticks?
No, I don't use foundation.
I use them for, like, during the winter when I get, like, obscenely pale, but, like, sometimes splotchy. But I don't like the consistency of foundation sticks. So I literally take the stick, I open up my moisturizer, I dip the stick in the moisturizer, and then I rub it on my face.
What? That's quite a strategy.
It is, but it works because it's like it dilutes it a lot so that it feels like it's just like a little bit that's going on.
Oh, whatever works. Have you ever tried one of those like face brushes? Where it's like
brushes.
It's like it's like an electronic toothbrush where the head like rotates and you use it to like put on or like to wash your face.
No. Oh yeah. I have one of those.
You do?
Yes. Yes.
You like it?
I do like it. You know what? I don't remember to charge it enough. It's one of those ones where I keep it in the shower.
Yeah.
And then I wash my face with it while I'm showering with like the special gel stuff that I bought for it, which I love. But I don't remember to charge it as much, so I get 3 weeks of use out of it, and then it just sits there uncharged for like a century.
Yeah, I've been thinking about. See, the issue too is my bathroom doesn't have any outlets,
What?
which is really helpful. Yeah, which I mean is fine because I don't have a curling iron, I don't have a blow dryer, so I don't really need outlets. But I have like an electric toothbrush, and I have been thinking about getting one of those, and it's just a pain to like have to bring everything to my room to plug it in.
I have to say, it is a pain. It does last a while on a charge, but I'm just so lazy. It would be so much easier if I could have just, or if it lasted longer, but I don't know.
I have like a system now because I wear a smartwatch and that has to be charged like every 4 days. My toothbrush has to be charged like every 4 days. So I just, whenever every 4 days comes, I just take everything to the chargers at the same time.
Oh, you're good. You are efficient.
So, that's my system. It helps me.
Have you ever done, I did like 3 or 4 years ago, I bought from Sephora one of those laser hair removal things.
Oh, no.
They cost like $500 or something crazy like that.
Yeah. And the problem I have is all my body hair is like blonde, like super blonde. And so it doesn't really work well.
No, I have dark hair, so it definitely works. But I bought it thinking I have a super high pain threshold. This is going to be like nothing. And then I started using it, and I am in agony.
Yeah, I've heard it hurts like a beach.
Oh my, I have never, I swear to God, I'd rather be run over by a train. It's not painful. And it's painful in all these sensitive areas where you're like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Oh, it's so bad. And you have to do it, and then it's like 10 times worse when you're on your period, too. Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah. I get everything waxed, and that's fine, but
yeah. It does work, though. So if you're going to invest in it, go for it.
Yeah, I thought about doing like the full thing, but I don't know. I'd rather do LASIK first.
Yeah.
One other thing that I love is there is a podcast called George Ezra and Friends, and this is like his first episode, and he interviewed Ed Sheeran.
What?
It came out today. So I listened to it, and Ed Sheeran just says the F word all the time and talks about making music. It's a good interview. So
I love it.
If you love Ed Sheeran as much as I love Ed Sheeran, you can go listen to it.
I am definitely going to watch that. You know, I love right now that that Lady Bird movie is out, because that means I can't say her name. Something Ronson or Ronan or whatever.
What?
That girl who's in the movie that no one can say her name, and she's on every talk show, and every talk show promoting the movie is about how no one can say her name.
Well, I don't know what her name is, so I can help you.
Because it's one of those Irish names where the names, the way it's spelled, is not at all what it looks like. So you would never look at it and say however it is that she pronounced it.
Oh, I see.
Sarse or Circe, or I don't know how the hell it is that you say it. But apparently she's friends with Ed Sheeran, and he blames her for his misspelled tattoo.
Nice. He has a misspelled tattoo? I didn't know that.
He does. I mean, does that surprise you at all?
That he has a misspelled tattoo?
Yeah.
No.
Because don't you picture him getting drunk and all his tattoos are drunken? You can't. I'm more surprised that any of them are spelled correctly.
Yeah, I mean, he has a gigantic lion on his whole chest.
Oh.
So.
I mean, how can you say you have real friends? How can you say you're not surrounded by yes people when you wake up and you have a literal tiger in color on your chest?
Yeah, it's amazing. I love Ed Sheeran.
Oh, no.
I love him.
I love
just
you too,
slightly less than the unicorn. It's close.
It is very close. It is very close.
The unicorn won.
All right, I think that's it for this episode. We'll be back to you. Next time we're back, we're going to have more Olympic stuff, because it'll still be going on, or it'll just have finished.
I don't know. I love the Olympics, though.
I know. I can't wait. You know, there's going to be more drama. There's going to be more disappointment. I can't wait to see who wins all the curling.
I don't care. I didn't see any good outfits this year in the curling.
I know. Because usually they have the plaid pants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think maybe when we get to the team stuff,
yeah,
it'll be more. They'll have more of a boy band look. Well, they'll coordinate and then each one of them will have to stand out in some way, kind of.
All right, let's go.
All right. Okay. Until next week. Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day, unicorn. Love you.